Thanks also to those of you who requested me to do another live. I'm happy to do it. There's definitely some things that have been happening for me personally in my family, and those things require a lot of prayers and claiming and receiving, right? That's the other thing too, is receiving. Claim it, be open to receive it. So we're gonna open this space for us together, and for me as well, to, I don't know, to bring in this healing into this space for us and anyone who comes across this. So first, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the ability, right, to be able to come here today to spread energy and awareness. Thank you, God. I'm reminded again just now that as I'm thanking God, God is not male to me. God encompasses everything, even things that are other energies, entities, right? All is all is all. Also, I always like to get connected inside, right? And make sure that what I'm thinking and praying and doing is aligned with my path and purpose, right? So in addition to those things that we always honor, I always ask for Archangel Michael's protection on our path and journey, and to light our way with the sword of truth. Archangel Gabriel for wisdom and strength on our journey. Archangel Raphael for healings, body, heart, mind, soul. Had a lot of medical miracles in my own life, and that's what we're working towards for another member of my family. And then Archangel Uriel to remind us that things can still be fun, be happy. Like, laughter is the best medicine kind of feeling, and it is so very true. So the last 2 weeks I was actually out visiting the ICU, and yeah, so that's been a lot of like staying positive, claiming the healing, a lot of like cheerleading and Holy Spirit guidance that I could provide as well. Hey, thanks for joining. Just giving everyone an update. And then I watched another video, and it totally makes sense about
Oh wait, because my car is there, I can't leave it there.
I could not this is actually going to be cut short because there's someone leaving, and the only reason I was doing this is because they were parked in the driveway, but no, they're going to move, and so I go. Anyway, even if this is short or choppy, we are always here in this space together, in this energy, all the time. All the time. You come here, you watch old videos, you do all that stuff. I like you too. Thanks for joining. Thanks for all the hearts and stuff. I mean, that's really what's needed. Not love for me, which I do appreciate. I know I am well loved, but good vibes and love and claiming healing for my father. Yeah. Hi, how are you? Who is first on the heart transplant list at the University of Washington Medical Center. So that's what's been going on with me. A lot of like cross-country travel, and then just like health updates and all that kind of stuff. Getting reconnected with family that I haven't seen in a long time, which was amazing. And yeah, just helping my mom deal with this too. Thank you so much. Thanks. And oh, I haven't told you guys the thing that I usually say, which is 100% true, is that the beauty that you see in me is simply the divine that you are acknowledging coming from me, right? The divine is in each of us. We carry that spark. This is what they call the Holy Spirit. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. There's just different ways different groups of people refer to it or use it. I gotta park. I usually do not ever stream when I'm driving. This just kind of happened. Don't tell anybody. Thank you. So we are getting ready for the summer, which is great. So great. And so in this space here, I always like to keep for us healing, health, high vibrational energies 100%. And basically just the understanding and trust that it can all really be okay. It can all really be okay. And it is already okay. And that's how you start claiming that truth. Okay. Hold on. Right. Hey. So, since I started streaming, we should at least go for 15 minutes. I mean, come on. You just started. Me too. You just started streaming? Awesome. You had to get a certain number of likes and subscriptions, right? Like I remember having to do that, like do all the shorts and stuff. Sorry, it's a little warm. I'll do this. That's probably better for now. Whew. Yeah, it helps me get over my trauma of being seen, right? This idea that it's not safe to be myself and act how I want, say what I want, dress how I like, you know? So yeah. It is tough. But I feel like if it's something that you really want, it will be accomplished, right? What's for you is for you. Right? I know it took me probably I don't know. I want to say 6 months or something like that and hundreds of shorts to be able to stream live. And so I do this in an effort to more, you're not yet, right? That's my favorite word. You're not allowed to do a live yet. Because there is today and today and tomorrow and tomorrow. And well, today that's truth. Tomorrow, who knows? Who knows what will be true for you then? Yep, and I'm so just let's talk about health healing. So, okay, thanks. Okay, that's the person who owns our building. We have lived in the same place for a very long time. I would say 14 or 15 years. You have to go. Okay. Bye. I understand. Know that I'll make this public afterwards. You can come back and see what you missed. So here are the important things that I've noted in working for, it's not working. It's receiving health miracles, right? Claim what is for you. You have a strong heart. You are fit and healthy. You are young. You are happy. You eat good food. All of the things that you can claim about your body that will be positively beneficial to your well-being, right? Have someone who is living the emotion of the future around you. So the emotion of the future around you is people who are being positive and the ones who are living in the future where you're already healthy, right? So those are the people who are going to be you're doing great, here's this, here's that, things that you need, praying with you, all of that. Am I married? Yes. And for about 20 years, yeah. And my oldest son turns 19 this year, right? No. Is it? No, he'll turn 20 this year. Time is wild. Time is wild. So anyway, listen to those around you who are living in your future of health and blessings and wisdom and strength and all of those things. And then know in yourself, get that belief in yourself, right? That you are protected, you are healthy, you are strong, you are fit, you are able to do what you have been put here to do. Right place, right time. That's also a thing that's important, is don't ask, why me, right? Because why is never the right question. That's focusing on the past. But also, there is something around claiming the health and the idea of like, you've already had that, you can have it again, right? And you knew how you fixed it last time, and it can be fixed again, right? Having faith, having understanding and faith that all good things will come for you is one of the really good ways to find the healing that you need. And things will be put into place, right? Everyone has their time, but that doesn't mean everyone's time is now. Yeah. And so staying positive is really important. Believing that you can get better is, right? That right there. If you have that belief that things could be better, that you can get better, that you will get better, that right there, right? That flips the switch. Placebo effect is real. It's very real, and it's documented all over the place that on many drugs that people take for their health, there is no difference between them believing they're taking the medication and actually taking the medication. So what does that tell you? It's all in your mind. It's all in your mindset. It's all in your belief of what you're getting, what you're achieving, what you're receiving. Even beyond health, all things are like that. And so there's things I'm hearing. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to share or not. I think they're for later. That just happens. So for some unknown reason, I have a friend, jumping spider, sorry, in the car with me. Spiders are something that kind of hang around me. Hi. How are you? Thank you for joining. I hope you get something out of this space here, this good energy, this vibration. It is available to everyone. It is. It is 100%. You just got to start where you're at and then increase it just a little, right? Just a little more self-acceptance, just a little more belief, just another example of how things turn out the way they're supposed to. I don't know. I really wasn't necessarily prepared for this, other than just wanting to give update and hold space for healing, specifically for my father, and strength for my mother, because she is the one who is living the embodiment of him being healthy in the future. Like, she no way thinks that this is going to be a problem, and I love that, and it's true. He's already had a lot of health miracles, and you truly believe it's not his time yet, then it's not. Sorry. Then it's not, right? And it's not, I feel like it's also not his time yet, because not all members of our family have made peace and the understanding that unconditional love for family is the foundation of strength. Yeah. And I feel like I had to like come to terms and forgive a lot. But that's just shown me my true capacity for forgiveness and compassion. And the truth that when this another health miracle happens, you are the example. You show others what's possible, how to do it. Guidance, energy, everything that you maybe did that was more cerebral than actual. Because I will say this is 5D. Why is this 5D space right here? Right? Because I've called open high energies that are protecting it and all of us here, as well as the fact that we are connecting regardless of time or space. There's people constantly on the other side of the world that is able to share energy with us right now too. And so any place where you don't need to consider time or space, that's definitely not 3D. That's not 3D anymore. It's just not. And I really appreciate everything that I have experienced, everything that has gone on in our family, and I'm just so very grateful I was able to spend the last 2 weeks out there with my family in the ICU. Yep. And it's true. It's not his time to go. I know that. And now we're just waiting for everything to come into alignment. And I'm praying a lot. I already dreamed about it, which is how I know it's going to happen. That's happened to me many times in my life, where I dream about how something happens and then later it comes true. So I've already dreamt about the parents of the person who's going to be donating the heart. And I've already started praying for them extensively, right? They're clearly going to be in a not good place during this time, right? There is a great sense of grieving and loss to get this heart. And then also there's, beyond grieving and loss, there's like appreciation and hope that something so negative and difficult turns out for the best. Because that's the hard truth, right? Is to get a heart means someone else doesn't have one anymore. And granted, there's a lot of ways that accidents happen and stuff, but that's even, I feel, more difficult of something suddenly happening rather than something happening over time. But I don't know. I'm still working on all that. I'm gonna go upstairs and eat some good food with my family who loves me, and I hope you find someone to also share some food with today who you love and know as family too. I love that for all of us. And anytime you feel like you need love or high vibrational energy or anything like that, just come on over to my live or watch past videos, lives that I make public, because the energy is always here. The vibes are always here. Sometimes I talk about things that the person isn't here for yet, but they will be. Am I Meryl Streep? That is so fascinating because someone once told me that, I think about 2 years ago. They were like, oh, you look like a young Meryl Streep. And I'm like, okay, I guess so. I love that for her and me. That's hilarious. You remember me. That's awesome, Lori. Thank you. I know one of you guys were the ones who was like, commented on my video like, girl, we need another live. Come back. And I've been sitting on that for a while. Trying to make sure that I'm in the right space to hold this for us, right? This doesn't happen unless my energy is high enough to bring in the other high dimensional beings. That was you. Yes, Lori, you got what you wanted. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for that. Because sometimes it feels like, oh, it's not a big deal if I don't do this for a while. And you show me, no, it's really actually important to you that I hold this space for us. And so I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks so much. You'll be able to catch up on the stuff that you didn't already see, but basically I am working the space right now in a direction of healing for anyone in this space, for also members of my family, for, you know, just everything. Everybody needs healing, right? If we didn't need healing, it's almost like, what are we really learning then? Thanks, Lori. Thanks so much. Yeah. So, just like always, I'll put it out there. You can put things in the comments. You want things to be prayed about or positive energy sent, let me know. That's what this space is for. Speaking of, you told me once at like a nighttime live that someone was going into surgery. Is he okay? Yes, he made it through the surgeries and that got him to a more stable place. He is now on the heart transplant list as the first upcoming recipient. So when there's a heart that matches his blood type and his body size, it's for him. He doesn't have to wait in line for anybody else. And I'm so grateful that I know I'm gonna get that call at whatever hour, and then the very next day I'm gonna be there for my mom and be there when my dad wakes up from heart transplant surgery. I'm still getting emotional. It's going to be the kind of thing where it's like, you cannot deny the truth of the work you are doing energetically and vibrationally to go from where he was at when I saw him like 2 weeks ago to being completely healed. And I know that's something too. It's like, yes, this does suck and it is tough and it is scary, but all the things we overcome are more examples of miracles in the everyday, believing the reality and then seeing it, praying, right? Being in connection with divine, however you want to define that, is the way that these things happen for you in your life. And I love that for us. I think the most, why is the toughest thing just keeping a positive mindset? Do I have Instagram? I don't think I do. Guys, I'm like really old, so. I mean, not very, considering my dad is 20 years older than me and he's still very young. So, it's all perspective too. I squished down the plastic bottles so they take up less space. Is that helpful at all? Not really. Are they still stealing our water and selling it to us? Absolutely. Absolutely. So the important thing is to be delusional and forward thinking about how you want your life to be and your health and all of that stuff, but then also at the same time, never forget how things were before and how they should be again, and how certain things should not happen at all. For example, clean air, clean food, clean water, heat, electricity, and shelter. These are like your current requirements. That's my neighbor. I have the best neighbors. Those things are like current requirements. Where was I going with that? I lost my train of thought. It means it wasn't supposed to be said or said differently. That's what we'll get to. The struggle is in your mind and in your mindset. It is. Are you going to spend your energy being afraid of what happens when? Or are you going to spend your energy thinking about the things you're going to do when you're better? You need your mother to schedule you a wisdom tooth removal, but hasn't done it yet. And my boyfriend's mom is getting somewhat open that she keeps seeing me in pain. And said, she'd do it herself. No, it's totally fine. That's totally fine. I'm sorry that you're going through that. So we can definitely pray about that. And what I would want to pray about is that you're relieved from pain and mental suffering for these things that you're going through now. Does that sound good? What things else would you want to make sure we also pray about? And I'm gonna make sure that we do for everybody, and then for you, and then we'll close it out. So I'm so grateful, and I know it feels totally impossible, but we have a piece of divine in us. It's the spark of life, right? That is what we commune with when we're kind of creating our outside reality. So I'm going to ask Archangel Raphael, who's here with us, to come forward and lend his miraculous healing and health for body, heart, mind, and soul for all people, and especially for the pain and difficulty that Lori is going through with her wisdom teeth. Thank you for letting us know that we can always heal ourselves. We claim it. We receive it. We live in the reality that even though this is tough, I can do this too. Rise to the challenge of believing in your healing. No, Lori, no. No. It's okay. It's okay to ask for big things and small things. It's okay to just come with gratitude. So grateful for the health that Lori has been experiencing. Thank you for her internal understanding and relieving her from pain of what this is for and why it has been given to her. Right? Because what is healing miracles without a start from not health, right? The miracles come from a need that you have. You don't get miracles for stuff you already have, right? Like if you've got great vision, you're not going to be praying for and working towards better vision because you already have it. So there's that too. I don't know. It's tough. I can only tell you how it's worked for me, how things are going with my family, and then just encourage you all to call upon the energies that are in this space that we hold open for them. I'm high vibrational enough that I can get to the 5D and hold space there, which is where the angels and archangels are, right? 7D, I'm just going to tell you all the crazy things I believe. 7D is more on the level of Jesus, the Holy Spirit, Metatron, very high archangels who basically are able to go between 11D, which is encompasses everything, 11D to the 5D, so that we can hear the word of God. We can speak and give thanks and all this stuff kind of directly by being in this space where entities can travel through different levels of dimensions. I don't know. I don't know. I say I don't know, but here's what I do know. I have a bachelor's degree in chemistry and I worked as an R&D scientist for almost 10 years. And I can tell you fundamentally, everything is literally nothing. Everything is nothing. 99% of everything is the space between electrons and a nucleus. You gotta go. All right. I love that for you, Lori. Thank you so much for coming in today. Thank you for giving me the nudge I needed. Thank you so much. I'll definitely make it live for you. We need some more healing another time you come back. Just put a note in. It doesn't even have to be like live or shorts or whatever. Thanks, Lori. I appreciate you. Yep, so my whole job is making sure I can stay in this high vibrational energy to be able to hold it open for other people to receive here and anywhere else they want to receive from. I don't know. I only know what I'm supposed to do. Sorry. I only know what I'm supposed to do by listening to my intuition. And, oh, here's something to know. Intuition is never ego. Intuition is never fear. Intuition is that small, still voice that is easy to kind of like brush off. But when you start doing the little things for no reason why, you really start to kind of see how things actually fit together and start believing the truth that you're in the right place at the right time all the time. And if you don't know what to do in that space, the first thing to do is to center yourself. Be in your body. Even if just for a moment in your mind, see yourself standing and receiving like bright white light and with gold sparkles, right? This is like the energy of the divine, right? Receive that. Then also see yourself having roots going down into the dirt, into the center of the earth. Give thanks for the life force we have, for the environment we have, for the earth, for all the animals upon it. Ask then, is it okay for me to use this energy? Please give me energy, yes, no, that kind of thing. Either you'll know or not. Like, you'll know, right? If the answer is yes, then you start seeing that come up in your body, right? The warm red, totally like the rootest root chakra on the planet. Bring it in, right? Bring this up. This is life. This is energy, life force, all of those things. When you bring it all together, again, it's like, it's beautiful. It's amazing. Most of the time it's incomprehensible, right? That's the miracle part. I can't see what you said. Hey. And so I use this time and this space for a couple purposes. One, it is kind of like working on being seen, being safe to be myself. Two, maintaining a good high vibrational energy. Like, it's good for me to be in this space too, because the energy is also for me. Like, I feel better, I feel more calm, I feel happy. It's kind of the total opposite from what you would usually feel being a human being. And very often, consider what you're thinking about and what energy you are putting forth to that thought. There is a lot that they want your energy for, and you will know it when you see it and hear it, and it causes some kind of immediate reaction of anger, disgust, those types of things. They're using your energy in a larger scale, right? Because just like how we can exchange energy here, they can call all of that energy and rile that energy up from you. Don't let them have it. Don't give it to them. Don't, because it's not for a good purpose, right? Because you're thinking, they're getting you to think negative things. They're getting you to be angry. They're getting you to have some emotional response that is not to your benefit and also doesn't resolve the issue or whatever that you were upset about. They're just stealing your energy. I know one of the things I need to do too. Sorry for the like modicum of bad language, but I give too many shits very often. And I need to be ride or die for myself. Like I've been ride or die for my family, my brother, my parents. Like I have to, at this point, like put myself first, which being a mom for so long and growing up, that was never really seen as, you know, something important. Like that yourself should come first. The realization that you only have anything to give through your overfilling, right? So if your emotional capacity of love is like a cup, right? If you give love to everybody else and you're not giving yourself the love to overflow the cup, you run out. You run out. That's just it. So then, you know, it's always a challenge of who I'm supposed to be talking to, who actually, I don't even need to consider that. I just sit here and talk and the seed is planted. And it's amazing that I don't even have to do anything and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And I say not anything, but really the work is maintaining the vibration and getting good with myself, being like what do you want to say, like my best friend, me putting myself first, right? And you would think that that's something that's not necessarily right, but where did you come from? Where did you get this spark from? There has to be a standard level that you are giving yourself because of the divinity you have in you, right? It's not selfish. You are honoring the divinity you have inside you by taking care of yourself first and overfilling your cup and, you know, doing the things that need to do to feel good. What is my name? That's a very good question. I have a few of them. One you'll never hear that I learned in meditating, and it's my original name or soul name. Then there's my government name. And then there's the name I gave myself on the internet. So in here, I'm 5D reality, but on the internet, I'm mostly known as Cerulean. And how am I? I'm doing so good, and I'm always so grateful to be able to be in this space and hold this space for us. Edison, thank you so much for writing and introducing yourself. Good isn't right. That's not true, right? Do we want to be doing good? No, we want to be doing great. I'm doing excellent. I have amazing things happening in my life. Like, let's be realistic. We don't need to play small, right? I live outside of New York City. However, I grew up in Oregon, like on the other side of the country. That's sometimes why people think I have a weird accent. It's kind of like both of them put together. Where are you from? I always find that interesting too, to see who we're really sharing this space with, because it's truly global. I've seen it many times. And that doesn't even consider the people who watch later. The messages that aren't for you, that are for someone else that still hasn't seen yet, but we'll see at a later time. You're from Africa, Mozambique. That's so cool. That's so cool. I love that. That's awesome, Edison. So, you're back? Who is this? Aww. How are you doing? Glad to have you back. So, yeah. I'm just so very grateful. I'm so very grateful for everyone here. I'm just... Everybody who's here now or in the future, like, what are we doing in here right now? This is miracles, right? Things that you couldn't explain to a person from 100 years ago, like that makes it magic, right? It's something like advanced technology seen by those who don't know what the technology is would be miraculous to them, right? Got this weird square thing, but you see other people talking on it and it talks to you and you can watch things and do all that. Crazy. 200 years ago, people wouldn't even, they'd be like, cars? No, you can't do that. Your blood will boil, right? So it's just this kind of witnessing and stepping back and seeing like all the miracles all the time that are actually happening around us, and the fullness of how each person on this planet does their very best so that we can kind of live in our society the way we want, right? So I always thank like truck drivers. I pray for truck drivers and garbage sanitation workers and crossing guards and all those people who dedicate daily time and energy to the safety of others and supporting the infrastructure, right? Like if there's accidents with the trucks have to get the stuff around, right? Have you ever wanted to visit other countries? Yes, and I have visited other countries. I'm very fortunate with that. I had quite some wanderlust in my days, so yeah. I've been to Canada, I've been to most of the states, not Alaska, not Hawaii, and I think maybe not North Dakota or Minnesota, like something like that, but very many. I've been to Mexico, but I haven't been to South America. I've been to Switzerland, France, Germany, India. Yeah, I think that's about it. And that's a lot. That's a lot. It really is. How about you? Where do you want to go? I live outside New York City. Anybody ever want to come? I know all the good spots. Better believe it. Your English is terrible. You Hey, let me speak English and then tell you I'm bad at it. Why would you do that? Don't dim your light. That's what that is. You're like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's not good. Don't give people the chance to think that about you. Mm-mm. Nope. All right, y'all. I am parched. My bottle of water has run out. Yes. That would be cool. I don't know if now's the best time to come, but New York is a very friendly place, right? For a long time we've been a mix of many different like backgrounds and cultures living together, so it's completely different than you'll find in other parts of the country. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Okay, for now, we're going to close this circle. However, it is open always to you all to also call upon the high vibrational energies and entities that we have here your higher self, your ancestors, the spark of God inside you, the Holy Spirit, all of these things, it's like we are talking about the same thing just with different language. That's very much how I feel about a lot of religions, where it's like this idea, right? Like even in the Bible, Jesus said, I come as a teacher, right? That doesn't mean that we should call him Lord. It means we should do what he showed us to do so we can, achieve and overcome, I guess, our 3D reality. Right? And of course, I have slightly different actual beliefs than my parents do. So while I was there, I told my dad all about how I was like returned to God and, and Jesus and things like that. And I told him about Metatron, who had started me on this journey. And then once I was like, I'm already believing in archangels, like, why am I not believing in these other things as well? And he was worried because he was like, no one comes to the Father but through Jesus. And I was like, cool. And I thought on that for a little bit. And then I was like, well, actually, it also says you will know them by their fruits, because no good fruits come from a bad tree. So I'm good, you're good, we're good. Thank you very much for liking the live stream. I'm not always regularly on, so be sure to subscribe. My time is definitely up because my husband's coming out to get me. I'll see you later. Bye.